Well, all right. Here we are back again. All right. It's the J Talk, today's relationships talk show. And we have in the studio today Miss Debbie.
All right.
And y'all, everybody out there know Mr. Ricky Rick.
Rick.
All right. All right. Okay, y'all ready to get it on?
I'm ready to get it on.
Ready to get it on. Okay, today we want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
Yes.
All right. All
Happy
the fathers, not want to be fathers.
Right.
All right. Not the not so fathers, but all the fathers.
Yes.
All right. Which leads us to our topic today. Okay. So you're a male. So what distinguishes you from being a man, or a boy, or a father? So you're a male. You know, all three of them are males.
Right.
So what distinguishes you from being a man, a boy, and or a father?
Wow.
Okay. All right.
That's
I think, Jay, that the first word comes to me, word association, is maturity. You know, you have to mature to become each and every one of those. You have to mature from being a kid to being a boy, and a boy to being a male, a young man, and a male, young man to being a father. It's maturity. So a lot of us, Jay, we don't mature at the same capacity or intensity in our life. So we could actually be a man that has a child and has a girlfriend or wife and still be a boy.
All right. Yeah.
Like being at home with mama. Still nurturing. You know, and trying to be a daddy. Thinking like a boy.
You have a wife, be a husband.
Yeah.
And have a kid. All right. Still be listed as the father.
Yeah. But not be one.
Be listed as a father. You can actually be listed as a husband.
Not be a husband.
When you kind of think about it, you could be listed as a husband, not even be a husband.
That's
right. One thing you could be listed as, it always can be, is listed as a boy.
That's right.
You can be listed as a boy.
You can be a boy all your life.
You're always somebody's boy.
that old saying is, the boy never leaves the man. He's always got a little boy in him. I think to mature to a man or father, we have to put that boy way of thinking and acting aside. And that's hard to do. To do that, because if we don't have a male figure in our life that became a man, or a boy that became a male, then we don't know how to make that transition.
Absolutely.
We don't know how to make that transition. You know, and most boys are raised by mothers, so unless the mother understands what it takes to be a man and have a dad in her home that was a father, she don't know how to teach the boy how to become a male or a father.
Absolutely. And you know, Rick, I would agree with that, because just as you were making that comment, I was reminiscent of you know, my family. My mother, her father passed away she was at a really young age, like about 5. So you're right, she didn't have that male figure, that father figure, you know. And then when we came along, our father, biological father, you know, stepped out of the picture, you know, when we were really young. So she, you know, could only go by what she knew how as a mother, you know, to rear up these two young men into and I must say that they turned out, really well. Thank God for that. But later on in life, our stepfather, no blood, and we're talking about fathers, but just because they have the same bloodline as you does not make them a father if they choose not to be
That's
there.
true.
So my
That's true,
stepfather stepped in and showed my brothers later on in life, how to become, men that of responsibility, men of maturity, how to handle themselves. And because of that, my brothers were truly blessed, for that. And so today we see a lot of pretty much the same thing. Mothers still rearing and trying to nurture sons into men.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's no difference between now and then. You still need a male figure to show boys how to become men and be responsible and things like that.
And that's where a deacon could step in that role.
Yeah.
A police officer can step in that role. A counselor can step in that role. Or a teacher can step in that role. Most women think that it has to be your boyfriend so that the boy can become a man or a mature into a male, as we say, distinction male from female. But there are all kinds of there's different varieties of men out there in the world that are capable and knowledgeable and have good character enough to help these single mothers teach a boy how to become a man. And Jay, I want to touch on the fact of what I'm going to talk about my people, black people. It bothers me when a black male thinks because he had a son, he gave him his name, that makes him a father.
Oh, okay.
Or I got 6 boys, I'm a man. Oh, that don't mean you're a man. Just because you had some babies and you're giving your name, and you think your bloodline is in them, that don't make you a man or a father.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I mean, we got that bad, that we think, we boast on that. Oh, that's my boy, that's son, come here, boy. But yet you only see him once a month.
Absolutely.
Or sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
That don't make you a man or a father.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So it sounds like what you're saying, Rick, when you talked about earlier about maturing.
Right.
Being responsible.
Yes.
A man, a male or a man is responsible for whether it's 1 or whether it's 5.
Right.
And so we have to look at that. And we got a lot of this stuff, going around now, with males, having babies, like you said, and it makes them think that they are a father. You're not.
They think they have arrived.
You
know what I'm saying, Jay? They think they have arrived. Where's your spaceship?
Yes.
How did you arrive there? What aircraft or what motor vehicle transportation did you arrive in to become a man?
From Mars.
Yeah.
Women are from Venus.
Men are from Mars.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. Venus and Mars.
Yeah. They arrived in from Mars. And like you all both said, with those statements of the man and the husband and the father. Like in the beginning of the show, like I said, all 3 of them are still males.
Yes, they're still males.
Still males. But just because you're a male, you have you still have a distinction. And I think you said, Rick, the boys having boys.
Right. Boys having boys.
Boys having boys. Now, we didn't say an age.
Right.
No.
We said the distinction. The distinction is there boys having boys. Could have a 50-year-old boy having a boy, having a son.
That's true,
right.
Jay.
Right.
That's true.
When you look at his character is not of a matured man. His character is childish.
Yes.
And that's a boy.
Right.
Childish in nature. So that's a boy.
That's a boy.
Yeah. And it's like, just like women, they want to say, well, I'm not no little girl. I'm a full grown
Grown
woman.
woman.
Well, if you acting childish like a little girl, you
Yeah.
still a girl.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
You're right.
Right.
you might have an age number to you, but you still a little girl.
Yes.
You know, too, Debbie and Jay, I remember back in the time we was young, I think my father died when I was 4, and my mother died when I was 4, and my father when I was 5. So I didn't really have a father to be a figure of showing me what I was to become or to be in the status of a man. So, but what I did do is I watched, and I was blessed to be in an area like Clarksville, Tennessee, and watch how men who was really men carried themselves.
Absolutely.
And I noticed that a man, once he got up to a certain point, he would smoke a pipe instead of a cigarette or a cigar, or he wore a suit, or he wore a top hat, or he had a cane, and I thought he had the cane because he was crippled, but no, it was to distinguish in him that he had eloquency about himself, how he carried himself. There was little things in the world that we wore that showed what a man is supposed to carry himself. So not only can we learn from our own fathers or male in our family, if we look out in that time period in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, men carried themselves different.
Yeah.
We still had men that was boys, but we knew who was the boy and the man. In the generation today, and I'm gonna get on my people again, Jay. I'm gonna get in trouble. Somebody
Come on,
call
man.
in and jump on me. But I'm gonna tell you something.
Say it.
How can you be a man and you showing your butt with your pants down below your drawers?
That's what
Below
little
your
boys.
pockets short.
That's what little boys do.
That's what little boys
When
do.
you raise
Come
little
on.
boys, you always gotta keep telling
Come on.
son, pull your pants up.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, that's what we have to keep telling our little boys.
Pull your pants
Pull
up.
your pants up, man.
And then we as men walking around with our pants down.
Yeah.
Lord. And then when you tell them pull their pants up, they want to get mad at you.
Yes. We
But they'll
understand.
smack their little boy upside the head and go, pull your pants up, boy. And the little boy looking at you.
Yeah.
Well, look at you, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the kids emulate
Yes.
the parents.
Yes.
Male or
Yes, they
female,
do.
especially for the boy. There was a commercial back, Jeff, when we was growing up. It showed the little boy walking down the sidewalk, and he's behind his father, and he was walking in his father's footsteps. He was walking behind his father step by step. And see, that's important. And if we don't have enough boys who develop and become a male figure before they become a man and then turn to a father, then whose footsteps are the boys walking in?
Absolutely.
And it's a shame a lot of them's walking in their mother's footsteps. And if there's no man, the title man, boy, or father figure, then you're going to get a little boy that thinks he might be a girl.
Oh.
And then the male want to get mad because he found out his boy is gay. Well, where were you?
Oh.
That's deep, ain't it?
That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
You was also worth being a boy. While your wife was raising your son,
Yeah.
Right.
you was being a boy.
Yes.
Being a boy.
Yeah.
That's right.
So he adapted to what he had, his
Right.
mother. He got the feminine side of the mother and had no male dominant
No, yes. Yes.
because you was off being a boy. Jeff, I hope they get mad at me
Tell the
today,
truth,
Jay.
right?
A 30, 40, 50-year-old boy. Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
hope they get mad and
Yeah,
call
you
and
know.
ask me a question.
We
'Cause
hear
this is deep.
we
It is.
yeah
It's deep.
we hear quite often you know and it doesn't matter what age.
That's right.
It doesn't matter what age, but you hear quite often from males. All right?
Male.
Males above well not even now it's done got so young, it's even down in high school now.
Okay.
To make this statement, you know, I need to soak my oats. I want to have
Yeah.
a baby. I want to have lenient, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I want my legacy to go
Go
on.
on.
You know, my name to be carried on. You know, I want a boy.
Yeah.
And it's down in the teenagers in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, they in high school trying to make babies.
that's-
They're trying to impregnate girls, and but it's not. It just don't stop there. I mean, you know, you have Now I'm saying the word adult males. That don't mean
Okay.
you're a male, a
Right,
man.
yeah.
All right.
It don't mean that you're a father.
Okay.
And it doesn't, it just means the adult represents the age category that you're above 18.
Right.
Where the courts and the government recognize that
Consider
above
you as-
18
yeah.
you can do adult things, but
Right.
that does not make you
Right.
a man.
Yeah.
That's right, Jay.
Yes.
That's right.
You can go buy a cigarette. You can go buy,
Yeah.
So you're just an adult boy. Sometimes if you have not moved into maturity of manhood and moved into maturity of fatherhood, you're just an adult boy.
You are a boy
You-
drinking a male dad or father's drink. Well, you still should be drinking Kool-Aid. You trying to drink beer, because you're still a boy.
Yeah.
And that's what causes our laws to get so dysfunctional, and the law comes down hard on everybody because you got a boy trying to act like a man or a father when he's not ready to experiment that part of his life yet. Because it ain't the drink that's bad, it's the individual that's drinking the drink. It's when the boy drinks the drink. It's when the boy goes off and get a girlfriend and says he's in love and pregnant her. It's when the boy is there that when the child comes into the world, and when I mean there, he ain't even there because he ain't at the hospital.
Right.
He's
yeah.
off playing basketball with the boys.
Yeah.
He's off at home at the dinner table because mom said, boy, you better be at this table by 8. So how can he be in the hospital when the baby's born when he's at home in the house trying to eat?
Right.
That's how serious it is. Still a boy. You
Right.
still under your mother's roof making babies.
Making babies.
Boy. That
Yeah.
man.
And the thing about it, a lot of women, and with the subject is about males, but and I hope some of
Come
the
on,
women
Jay.
that are out there
Come
that's
on.
listening, a lot of women
Come on.
have been confused about the word adult
Okay.
and the clarification that was just given.
Yeah.
You adult represents an age category, meaning that according to the government law,
Right.
that you are now alleged
Right.
to be able to do things under the law, like purchase cigarette, vote,
Right.
buy alcohol,
Yes.
Buy
drive,
Yeah.
a lot of things, many things under the law that you are now eligible
Yes.
and legal to do
Yes.
certain
Yes.
things
Yes.
because of an age bracket.
Right.
That's what adult represents. It does not set the standard or clarify the standard of the character of a person. And many women have in these days, I believe, according to statistics of everyday life, have looked at a male that is in an adult age and they be one, well, I want a man. But they look at an adult male,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
in an adult age
Uh-huh.
that is within the government legal terms,
Right.
all right, and just because they are adult male, they tend to look at, well, that's a man,
Yeah.
but you don't really look at the character.
Absolutely.
And you choose these folk who have no representation
Right.
of the character of a man. They're male, but they don't have They might have matured body parts.
Right.
Okay, all right,
Right.
matured body parts,
Yeah.
but no matured mind.
Right. That's
Okay.
right.
And and the thing of it is, I'm just gonna keep it real.
Come on.
Come
Jay.
on.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah, keep it real.
All right. In these days and times, when you talk about matured body parts, all right, matured body parts,
Right.
males under the legal age
Right.
are maturing faster
They are.
in their body parts
Mhm.
and their physique.
Right.
And their look. I mean, I'm seeing little 10-year-olds with hair on their chin
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
When did that happen?
yeah, what's in the food? What's
Absolutely.
happening?
Right.
You know,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
and
Yes.
and so I'm just saying, women, you come on down there,
Fully
you-
formed.
Fully
yeah,
formed.
Their
Yeah.
upper portion
well,
is
uh-huh.
just as large at 13 as a woman is 35.
yeah,
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
Just enormous.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you look, you're trying to use mature body parts.
Mhm.
All right. I mean, everything from the chest to the facial hair,
right.
to the body physique
Mhm.
and all that. Even to the private areas and
Yeah,
all.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe that's why you find it quite what they call them cougars.
Yeah.
Cougars, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, cougars.
And the wrapping of the cradle as they keep putting it.
Yes.
And
Yes,
and,
yes,
and
yes.
a lot of women going for these guys under
Yeah.
18.
Mhm.
Under 18.
Because they're
My
like rabbits,
goodness.
they can run for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah,
The man and the father,
Yeah.
he done got slow. He's started and started.
Say them ever ready and die hard
Energizers,
guys finally
them
about to die
energizers,
hard.
yeah.
They're about to die. And ever ready ain't ready.
Yeah.
But I have to
Yeah.
back out there because of the topic of the show. We still got men
Yeah.
that are in their 40s and 50s
Mhm.
that are cougars too.
Yes.
There's something
Right.
unique about what's going on with them. And because they're like that, they won't stay in a home to continue to be a father. They want to come back and start dating someone 10, 15 years
Right.
younger than them.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
they still got that cougar in them. So I think a lot of times, Jay, that takes a man that is a man and a father that represents being a father, that he says, man, I still got it.
Yeah.
And my wife is slowing down,
Right.
so he give up fatherhood,
Yeah. Yeah.
manhood,
Yes.
to come back down the ladder
Right.
of the scale
Yeah.
to contend with the boy.
Right. Right. Rick. That's
Yeah.
it. Yes,
Yeah,
Rick.
to contend with the boy.
To contend with the boy.
Yeah.
And that is so true.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because that's my personal story.
Yeah.
And that actually was the case with my biological father, who actually went on to have 2 other children
Yes.
outside of the ones he and my mother
Yeah.
had together with me and my son. I'm like the oldest of 5.
Okay.
And so that was the case.
Yes.
I mean, that it
still
was
wanted to be a cougar.
not thinking that's what it was. That was the case. It was proof positive that that's what it was. And because he did not mature.
He did mature.
He did not mature.
He did.
And so when we look at that, and Jay hit on something, he didn't really go all the way
Yeah.
there with it, as talking about women,
Yeah.
we have to be responsible.
Yeah,
And this is
right.
what I'm saying in this season, Rick. We as women have to be responsible for ourselves,
Right.
because I believe this, that the male is not going to grow into a man unless women be responsible for who they. Stop
Right.
accepting this.
Yes, stop accepting the
Stop
boy that's in the
accepting
man.
it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, stop accepting it.
Yeah.
Stop accepting the man who's not the father and he's got kids. Call him on it.
Yeah.
If some of these men out here would get called on it by these women, they'll be a lot more happy and peaceful.
I believe it.
Yes.
Yes.
But they're not calling the man when he's acting like a boy.
And,
Uh-huh.
y'all bring up a thought. It's quite. I've heard this quite often too. A lot of women, or I won't say a lot, but a good number of women hook up with a male,
Right.
and with a male, and though they don't really see the matured man in them, they tend to take on this idea that they can be this motherly role
Right.
and
I see where you're going. Yeah.
mold the
Yeah.
male, this adult male into a man, and say that I can make him into I can make a man out of him.
Right.
That's the phrase they use. I can
That's
make
good.
a man out of him. And you know what? Statistics show that many of you women many of women who have said that and had that kind of thought of mine got a whole lot of pie thrown right back in their face.
And that's the truth.
And right back in their face with the headaches and the heartaches and the disappointments and the pain of what they thought they could make a person be what they wanted them to be. You can't make nobody be nothing. A person has to come into the conclusion that they themselves are deciding that they want to move out of the arena of immaturity into maturity. And it's so easy to recognize that. All we just got to do is just ask somebody ask you can anybody make you do anything? And the quickest thing will say, no, ain't nobody make me do nothing. I'm my own person.
That's right.
Why do we always think that we could do that to somebody else? When we say ourselves, can't nobody make us.
That's right.
That's true.
I do not get it. I don't get it how we get that so twisted.
Yeah. And one of the things, Jay, when I say as women, we have to be responsible. A lot of times, we inflict ourselves with wounds. And I'm saying it personally. We inflict ourselves. So now if you meet this young man, male, because he's not, he's showing you that he's not a mature man.
Right.
Okay. So you meet him, you get pregnant.
Right.
Okay. So you have a problem with him now because he's not taking care of your baby. Okay. But he had 4 when you got with him that he wasn't taken care of. So why would you think yours would be any different?
That's right.
Okay, so now I'm talking about being responsible, women. It's time that we be responsible. And if we're responsible, then I believe that these young men that are coming up now, if they have any kind of ability to have a male speak into their life, they will become responsible. But see, it starts with us.
It does.
I'm sorry to tell you, ladies, it starts with us.
And you're right, Sister Debbie, because just based on if I started off with the parents, if the father in the marriage with the mother has kids, and that father and mother can sustain the marriage and go through the vows and be accountable to each other for better, for worse, then that breakdown in that marriage causes a breakdown in the children. It affects the female.
Yes, it does.
And it affects the male.
Yes, it does.
And I tell you, it's going to be hard for you to tell me that girl in that relationship is going to be a good woman.
Come on.
Or the boy is going to become a strong man.
Yes.
Because they done already seen a breakdown
Yes.
in the marriage system.
Yes.
So until we can start honoring the marriage vow and believing in what we say and and go the distance in the relationship to get the kids to a point to where you have taught them well enough, we're not going to get a man and we're not going to get a woman.
And Rick, let me just say this, and how why I do agree with 100%. Honor the marriage. The marriage is honor the marriage. That makes
the
a
boy
difference.
a male,
it does.
a man and a dad.
It does. But if for some forsaken reason that the marriage is not, is dissolved.
Right.
Be a man and still honor your commitment and your responsibility to your children.
That's right.
And the reason I say that, Rick, is because the statement that you just made hit so home for me, being a young woman, not having my father there. And the father is the first male that speaks into the female's life.
That is so true.
And so my father was not, and I can remember at 5 years old going and talking to a psychiatrist at the age of 5 because I couldn't handle the fact that he wasn't there.
Right.
I couldn't handle at 5 years old. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
I could not handle that. I can remember sitting in the office of a psychiatrist every other week talking to her at the age of 5.
Wow.
I'm talking about threatening a nervous breakdown, just that on the verge,
Yes.
on the edge like
Yes.
that. And so when you said that, it hit home, and it's so important. I mean, whatever happens in the marriage, the children are not responsible.
No.
The children are not responsible.
And I want to share something too with our listeners. There's several different things in each person's life that will cause a marriage to dissolve.
Mm-hmm.
I lost father and mother because of death.
Mm-hmm.
You lost father because of separation.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, what we have to do, and I like how you said and you told the listeners that you spoke to a psychiatrist at 5 years old. Because what that does is, even though that happens, when we get to a certain age, we got to realize I'm going to be better than my dad should have been.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do the things that I've recognized that my father did in our relationship. I'm going to not use what he did as an excuse in my life as a boy to become a man. And listeners, we have that choice because we seeing our family fall apart right in front of our face.
Yes.
So as a young man, I can make that decision.
Yes.
Because I remember asking God, what did I do that I lost my mother and my father? And I asked him that. And then all of a sudden it went to, Father, what can I do not to let that happen to me if I have kids?
Okay.
Father, what can I do to be a better father than not having a father? And then I start seeing fathers who were still boys, and I said, God, I don't want to be that father. I want to be that father.
That's right.
What I need to do to become that father. So we got to give ourselves some blame because there are good fathers in the world.
Yes.
And
Yes,
good men.
Yes.
And we don't have to keep that tunnel vision on what happened in our life.
Absolutely.
We take them blinders off, and we can still decide to be like that father. That male. So,
Absolutely.
I had an awesome role model in my life as a father and a mother, and it was because of me being in their life that I ended up being a pretty good boy growing up because they raised me, a male because they raised me, and a father because they raised me. You know, pretty good. And I'll tell you what, I was a father, Sister Debbie, that my second wife, who I married, I had kids. I didn't have kids in my first marriage. She left me and the kids and gave me the kids at 3 and 4.
Wow.
But because what I learned and what I seen and the father and mother who raised me, I was able to be a good father.
Yes, absolutely.
A good
Absolutely.
father.
Absolutely.
So we got to pull from what God gives us.
Yes.
God bless me to be put into a family
Yes.
where I got good traditional raising and upbringing and upcoming.
Yes.
And the pastor and my spiritual mother, First Lady, was awesome to me.
Yes.
You know, you did a great job. So there's always an example there. And I'm going to use the word God in this for a moment, that God will put into your life, but you got to be ready to see it.
Absolutely.
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 Right.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
So, and you know, I piggyback on that. I know in the beginning of the show, it would sound like we're putting down or degrading the male. We're not. We're not putting down the male image. We're actually making an establishment of the existence of and distinguishing of the males. Okay, of the males. The truth is there are males who in their character and mind thoughts portray themselves. We're talking about adult males as a boy, with the mind and characteristic of a boy, with the mind and characteristic of a man. We easily know what a boy is. That's childish, and, careless, and all kinds of stuff. kids are very self-centered.
Mhm,
But when you talk about a man is somebody responsible, taking
Yes.
responsibility.
That's right. Come on, Jay.
Steps into when
Yeah.
it needs to be steps.
That's
Play
right.
areas that need to be steps into
Yeah.
the area. And sets examples and all that. You don't have to be a father to be a man.
You don't.
Okay.
You really don't.
Right.
All right.
That's
Now,
well said.
when we talk about a father, now you can be a sperm donor.
Yeah, come on.
And a baby
Baby daddy.
birther,
Yeah,
a baby daddy,
Yeah.
and a baby birther contributor.
That's right. That's right.
And
That's
not
right.
be a father.
That's right.
Okay.
That's the truth.
All right. You can
Yeah.
help the woman
Yes.
get the baby,
Yeah.
but you
Yes.
might not help with the
Right,
baby.
right. That's
You know,
right. That's right.
So that doesn't make you a father,
Mm-hmm.
okay? So and that's the same kind of characteristic that a boy would have, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But a father is someone who is also a man.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
because with some of the areas of character portrayal for a father is the male, adult male, has stepped into the realm of taking responsibility, and I'm going to say it like this, for his actions. Okay, and the part of those actions is that they were a contributor, whether they were married to the woman
Absolutely.
or not.
Absolutely.
That's still they were part of the action
Yes.
that produced the baby,
Uh-huh.
conceived the baby.
Mhm.
All right? The woman has her part, the male has their part.
That's right.
So they are a man who takes responsibility for their actions and steps into, because that's what a father, a father who's someone who's really gonna be a father is also, you can see the manhood in them, because it takes manhood
Yes.
to be a father.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Because they step into responsibility, taking care of the kids. They when it's some call of action that needs to be done, they step into that call of action for the welfare and good of that child that they are responsible for.
Absolutely.
So, but a
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah. And you know what, Jay? Let me just say, my stepfather, God rest his soul, he stepped into that role. He not only did he step into it until the day he died, he was my father. He was shot at the age of 18, living in Detroit. Shot at 18, was paralyzed from the waist down. And been paralyzed, since 18.
Yeah.
So, and so when he came into our lives, not only, was he a man, but he was our father.
Right.
Every year, we went home, which was Arkansas. We were from the South. And he would take us home for the summer. In his car that was, hand operated,
yeah.
And drove us down there and would come back and get us at the end of the summer.
Wow.
Every year. And there was not one day did I ever see him not acting in a father role.
Wow.
We knew we were not his biological children,
But you had
but
the
he
death of
never,
a father
yes,
in your
and he
life.
never
Wow,
made
man.
he never made a difference. When he talked about his daughters, he said, "I have 3 daughters, not 2 daughters
Yeah.
and a stepdaughter."
Stepdaughter.
He said, "I have 3 daughters."
Right.
When he talked about his sons, he said, "I have 3 sons."
Right.
And so, and when he passed, talking about a hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and I'm saying this, just to show you that it does not mean anything about blood.
Yeah.
When
Not
he
blood.
passed, it was a hurt in me.
Yeah.
When my biological father passed, I grieved him.
Yeah.
I grieved him because I knew who he was,
Yeah.
but it was not that kind of attachment like my stepfather, because he was my dad.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this a little while ago, Jay, a couple of weeks ago on the show, when we were talking about the case with Shaquille O'Neal and how he became, this pro ball player and everything.
And I love what he said.
Okay.
Yeah,
And he
I
was
do.
talking about, his
Yeah.
dad, his biological father came back during that time and was saying, "Oh, this is my son, and look at him now, and he's this, that, and that." And so Shaquille was so grieved about that thing that he made that song, "Phil is my dad,
dad.
the man that raised him." And so that means, and see, that's why it's so important you know, Rick, Jay, when we talk about, see, you don't never know what your children gonna become.
No.
And if you miss that,
Yeah.
you can't get it back.
Can't get it back. You can't come
You
in and get
cannot
all
get
my
it
money
back.
now. You know, you can't come and suck on my fame now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now you're daddy. Huh?
Yeah, now you want to be dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made many shows that represented that same scenario. As Shaquille O'Neal, and why, for some reason, many males don't get it. Behooves me. I guess it's the same thing as why even when it comes to motherhood, so many females, after you see real life issues with other people, and you watching shows on TV that give you this direction and understanding and perception, why you just don't get it. Well, I really do know the answer. It's because you deliberately choose not to.
Absolutely.
All right? And folks, we have to become, we say it all the time, call it the way you see it. All right? The biggest lie that's ever told us, the lie you tell yourself.
Right.
Anytime you tell yourself it's something else or then what it is, you have just deceived yourself. You don't need nobody. Ain't nobody got to come deceive you. You talking about you tricked me? No, you tricked yourself. You tricked yourself. You know. I know somebody gonna get mad at you. You know how folk get mad when somebody calls you trick. You know they say that because you've been playing card games. I mean, can we honestly just look in the mirror and say, you trick? You tricked yourself. All right? All right? It's bad enough folk already trying to trick you and stuff, but you trick your own self.
That's true.
All right?
I'm telling you.
And it ain't like we don't have good common sense as a people. Because how do we know this? Just do the simple test and walk up to somebody and say, I think you're stupid. First thing they're going to be ready to fight. I ain't stupid. I'm smart. I'm smarter than you. Thank you for passing the test. Now I know you're intelligent because you just confessed it. All right? All right?
That's
right. Okay. So it ain't like you don't see stuff.
That's right.
All right? It ain't like you don't see stuff. But why we continually just go against the truth that's already in us, it behooves me. I mean, I know you can make some slips, but I'm saying,
for the
most part, those real dangerous, stuff. And when I say dangerous, I'm not talking about life-threatening. When I say dangerous, like you see somebody got a bad character in them, and you think because you hook up with them, you choose them to be your mate, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. That they go somehow because you treat them right, that they gonna treat you back right.
That's not true.
All right. And just because we had this other show. Just because you see them and you have a lustful desire for them, all right, and you sit up there and you ask them this question: if I get pregnant, you gonna be there for? If I get pregnant, or if you get me pregnant, you gonna be there? And now you know that they already in the heat of the moment.
Already.
All right. They in the heat of the moment. Most likely y'all done already been kissing.
Trust me.
Trust
me.
Been feeling all over each other, body rubbing.
Trust me.
All right. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, if anybody who is the most less cautious is the male.
That's right.
You trying to be cautious. If I get pregnant, you gonna take care of it. All right. And women women, you know this.
Yeah.
You know this.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
You know this. But you're going to ask the question, and what exactly the answer do you really expect you're going to get
In that moment.
in that moment? In that moment.
Yeah.
Not in that moment. You trying to break up the moment. What do you think? He all hot and bothered and Lord help you if you already got your clothes off. I mean, come on, what do you really think, women?
What did you really think? Right.
And he gonna say yes, and you gonna roll with it.
I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, that is not a secure answer.
I'm gonna tell you what they're not gonna say, Jay, is, you know what? Since you said that, I thought about it. Let's put our clothes back on. You ain't getting that answer.
You ain't getting that answer.
You're not getting that one.
Yeah.
I don't even respect you. Let's stop right now. You ain't getting that answer. You ain't getting that. Well, I just go in the bathroom and take care of myself. You all right. You ain't getting that answer. You ain't getting that answer.
Well,
You may get called something, but you ain't getting that answer.
you ain't getting that
You
answer.
ain't getting that answer.
Not today.
Not today. Now, you get that answer if it's a movie, because they can decide what's going to be said in the movie. And people, Jay, I think we need to kind of, since that just come out, I don't know where they come from, but it's true. We need to quit thinking we live our life like the movies.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Man, they can decide whatever that actor, the actress says.
That's right. They can say cut.
Cut, anything.
They might
That's
take
true.
that thing 15 times.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's
We
right.
try to live our
That's a
life
good point, Rick.
like
Yeah.
that movie.
Like the movie.
You know, and that movie ain't real life. You know, that guy ain't really ever really touched that woman he laying in bed with. They're friends, they're workmates, they're, you know, they ain't really doing nothing. You know, but you are.
Yeah.
You, like Jay said, you in the heat of the moment, like the heat of the night.
And
Yeah.
the heat of the night.
Yeah.
The heat of the night.
Heat of
You're
the
gonna
night.
pop off that question instead of way before, like
Yeah.
when y'all sitting there at lunch at McDonald's. or
Right.
something. You know, you like, I got a vibe, and you know, I want to get with you, and all that, and all, and you know. But before we even go there, you know, what's your take? Y'all think y'all gonna get that answer then? No.
No,
You ain't gonna get that answer then. And like Kevin Hart said, you gonna learn today.
I like it. So you gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today.
If you ain't never learned, you gonna learn
You're gonna
today.
learn today. All right.
So what you saying, Rick? Jay?
Yeah.
It's like it starts with us. We get
Yes.
ladies. We got to be better.
It starts and ends.
Yes, you right. I mean, and that's just the total end of. You may not want to accept it or believe it, but that's the truth. You know, he's only gonna do what you allow him to, and that's it.
And,
My goodness.
and you know, this is talk. This is on the line of boy and the male, the fatherhood. Now, if a boy's on a diving board, a high diving board, and he's bouncing on the diving board, and he hits the diving board and he goes up in midair to get ready to jump into the water, he can't at that point say, I don't want to do this. Because he's got to drop.
He's got to drop. Okay.
Now, if a male is in the situation, by the time he gets halfway up on the ladder, he's going to say nope, and he's going to climb down.
Right.
A dad ain't even going to go to the pool. He ain't even going to go to the pool, see? And I just got to this situation. He ain't even going to the pool to climb the ladder, to jump off the diving board.
No.
But the boy and the male might. So when a woman is in that, like Jay said, the heat of the moment, and you tell him to stop or ask him that question, if I get pregnant, you going to take care of the child, he done already bounced off the diving board. He's in midair.
He's a minute.
He's a boy now. He's in midair.
He gonna have to go for it.
You got to go for it, Jay.
Yeah,
He's in
she
midstream.
gonna have to take the splash.
and hope that it don't happen.
And hope that it don't
happen. Because he said, girl, I'm finna hit this water. I can't stop it. I'm finna hit this water.
Hit the water.
I hope y'all are hearing what we said. You gonna hit that water, and you gonna make a splash. I'm serious. Come on now, women. Hey, come
on, Rick. Come on, Rick.
Man,
tell the truth.
You gonna hit that water, Jay.
Yeah.
You hit that water.
Yeah.
And then when he get out the water, he gonna tell his buddy, man, I shouldn't have did that. Just like he gonna tell the girl, I guess I shouldn't have did it that night. It's too late now. Let's splash.
Only way
She's
that
pregnant.
gonna stop is that the woman immediately pull the plug.
Yes.
Yeah.
And drain the pool.
Yes.
Drain the pool.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull the plug.
And if you don't understand that terminology,
Right.
be on birth control, make him have a condom, have something, pull the plug before he jump in the pool.
Yeah.
Because he won't make a splash.
Yeah.
He won't make a
Right,
splash.
pull the plug.
I kind of use that. May not be what you said, Jay, but I can use that in reference to that. If you pull the plug,
Yeah.
But just think, Jay, you pull the plug, you're going to hit that seat.
Yeah, he gonna hit it. Yeah, he might hurt himself, but he.
No, he's going to die. They're going to die. That's so true.
Yeah.
We got to take responsibility.
Yeah.
I was thinking as you was talking, Jeff, to you, and I got an inspiration. And I'm going to try to help the males out there with this remark I'm about to make, this summation. And this for all races, no matter who you are. I think that when we say boy, male, and father, I believe that as a boy, I learned what it is to become a male. And then I see the father image in my life, and I learn what it is to be a father. Now I'm going to progress, and I'm going to move forward to the male. Now I'm a male.
Man.
I'm a man. I'm a man now. And as a man, I need to understand some things and make decisions. If I like a girl, am I willing to say to myself, I'm willing to have a like her. I'm willing to marry this woman or consider marrying this woman. And if you ain't considering marrying this woman, man, you don't need to take that plunge. You don't need to. And if you're not really committed, you need to say, I'm gonna put on a rubber, not wait to see if she's on birth control, because now you're a man. Now
responsibility.
And I'm revolving all this around kids because Jay made a point about kids having kids and saying they're a man or saying they're a dad. Now, when you become a dad, you done understood how to become a man. You done been a man in some decisions you made. Now, when you become a dad, you start being supportive of the children. Paying for basketball, paying for baseball, paying for the wedding, dress, paying for the graduation gown, paying for college. Now you are a father doing that. But that 3-step process, man, I hope I help you a little bit.
Come on, Rick.
It's got to kind of work like that.
Yes, I do.
Jay, it's got to work like that.
Yeah.
Not God. Jay said earlier, it's all one, but it's separate in the growth of the maturity. And I think it has to kind of be like that.
It has to be
Yeah,
that way.
it's got to be like that. Now, you notice we didn't talk so much about husbands.
No, we didn't.
All right, we didn't talk about so much about husbands.
We can.
We can. But we kind of kept focusing on the character of that male image. Even though a husband is a male, however, but though the husband is an area where I'm talking. We want to deal with where the male is an individual, not as a couple. Because when you say husband, that involves him as a couple. Now, when you say a father, that male who is a father who has contributed to to the
Right.
conception of a child
Right.
does not have to be in a relationship
Right, that's right.
with,
That's right. That's true.
with the
That's
other
true, Jay.
right.
Yes,
to
that's it.
actually be a father.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. That's
All
right.
right, and we sometimes get a lot of that confused. We want to put it all in one box,
right.
but it's not one box.
Mhm.
All right, we have couples that have broken up. You know, they break up or divorce,
Right.
but they have a child together, and that does not stop the male role from
Absolutely.
fatherhood, and it doesn't stop the
Right.
female role
That's right.
from motherhood.
That's right.
All right, you may not be together. There are some situations where some parents who may have been together when they had a child, that their situation was so messed up as a couple, and you know they're fighting all the time. There's all kinds of conniving. There's all kinds of craziness going on within their couple relationship. That is probably better
Yes,
for the sake of the child.
absolutely.
Because the child is receiving all this that they're seeing out of their parents,
Yeah.
which is nothing but nastiness,
Yes.
and
That's it, yeah.
and
Yeah,
and the
toxic.
environment that they're in is ugly.
Yeah.
So it might be better for the parents to split
Yes.
Yeah,
for the
that's
sake
true.
for the
Yeah.
sake
Sake of-
not only
yeah.
for the sake of themselves but also for the sake of the child.
Absolutely,
I mean, you know,
absolutely, yeah.
I know some church folks that they up there always trying to push folk apart, but
No,
no,
but certain cases,
there are some biblical understandings.
Yes.
For biblical understandings. And a matter of fact, if anybody would go to our website, Jake Talks Today's Relationship Show, even on Facebook and some of our other media areas, just go and look in the video file. You will see one of the shows that was titled "How to Love During Hardships, Trials, and Tribulations." Listen to the conversation. Very well-renowned pastor,
Absolutely.
Pastor Jerry Jerkins,
Yeah.
and his wife discuss a lot of things.
Yes.
You will
Yes.
hear
Yes.
some comments and
That's
and biblical references that
Right.
establishes the understanding
Yes.
to what I'm just now saying. Because one thing we have to always remember, God has called us into peace.
Yes.
Now, you know,
Yes.
and I'll say this too, I'll put this out there, that when we talk about divorce now, we always want to say what God has put together.
Right.
See, not every relationship and every
Together by
marriage
God. That's
was
right.
put together
That's right.
by God. All right,
That's the
all right.
truth.
Now,
That's
see,
the truth.
That's
That's
what
right.
we think. We want to put it all
That's
under a
right.
box.
Yeah.
All right, and with no understanding, we get, you know. And if it wasn't put together by God, then the rest of that,
Yeah.
let no one put a thunder,
Right.
is not applied to
Right.
to a relationship or marriage
Yes.
that wasn't put together under God. Because to be put together by God, you have to be under.
Yeah, under God.
Yeah,
Yes,
all right.
absolutely.
Under the
Absolutely.
order
Under.
of
That's
God.
true.
You got
That's
both got to
true.
be operating the order
Yes, that's
of
right.
God. And you know,
That's true.
all right. We
And
can
Jay,
we could probably almost have
if
church.
it ain't,
by
if it
now.
ain't under God, I'll tell anybody that's in a marriage,
Come on, Ray.
you better get ready to punt, pass, and kick.
Come on.
You better punt, pass, and
Come
kick.
on.
If it ain't by God, you better be ready to punt, pass, and kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
It's going to be
Rick.
shaky.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Y'all better do that.
Yeah.
That's what Jay's saying. Everything is under God.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
everything.
right.
But we
Sometimes
wanna put
they're worldly
everything
marriages.
in, but it's not-
And if it's a worldly marriage, you better be able to punt,
Yeah.
pass, and kick.
Yeah.
That's a football terminology if y'all want to know. That sometimes you got to do one of those things to win a game.
That's
So,
another show. We can do
to
that.
keep a marriage,
Yeah.
you got to sometimes know how to punt, know when to pass, and know when to kick the ball. You know?
Yeah.
And if you don't, you can lose.
Yeah.
And marriages fail because you don't understand God ain't in this.
Right.
Do I punt now?
Yeah.
So I can get another shot and down, if I can put him in the deep territory? Or do I try to throw the pass and get a hit for a first down? You know? Or do I go ahead on and go for it and get sacked and they score and I take the kick and try to come punt, pass, and kick. You know, and that's so important to football, but it's all can be used in the marriage situation because if it ain't by God,
if it ain't by God,
you gotta be able to punt, pass, and kick.
We always want to put everything under the name.
That's
Well,
right.
they be like, well, the preacher said in the name of Jesus, Mary. To be for that to work, you have to be in the name. Just putting writing the name. You can say this house is anointed.
Yes.
Over, you can write it over every wall in the house.
Right.
Every wall in the house. This house is anointed. But if the people in the house is devilish, it's devilish and ungodly, ain't no anointing in that house. All you have is just nothing but words. All right? It is not the words. It's not the words.
That's right.
It's not the words, but it is the action and the character that's within. All right, not the words. So all right, as we come to this close, all right. We hope we got a little understanding about just because you're a male, what distinguishes you between being a man, a boy, or a father?
Y'all remember that commercial? I think it was like a car commercial or something like that. It says the only difference between a man and a boy is the price of his toys.
I do, it is. Yeah. The price of his toys.
The price of his toys.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, all right. Well, Ricky, Miss Debbie. Yeah. All right, we out.
All right.
She